3 minutes ago, a great movement began in your life, and I am calling you to stop so that doubt will not cloud what I am doing. Beloved child, listen to me with a truly quiet heart. Do not let haste, fear, or tangled thoughts pull you away from this important moment. I am not speaking to create panic, nor am I placing this word before you as a random echo. I am drawing near to you with the kindness of a father who has seen the months you have waited, who has heard the prayers you kept hidden, who has known the times you wondered whether your life would ever open into a new chapter. There are movements of grace that begin very quietly, not as loudly as you may expect. Yet they carry within them the power to redirect an entire journey. And what I want you to understand today is this: you must not let doubt cause you to pass by what I am opening without recognizing it. I have seen you waiting with a weary heart. Many times, you hoped for a clear sign, a strong confirmation, something great enough to make you believe that I am still working for you. You prayed in nights no one knew about, wiped your tears in silence, and tried to hold on to hope even when the circumstances around you did not seem to change. I saw you move through each day with an ordinary appearance, while inside you there was an entire battle between trust and despair. Beloved child, none of that has been forgotten before me. The prayers that seemed to fall into silence have still been kept by me. The tiny hopes you thought had gone out have still been sheltered by me. And when the right time comes, I know how to breathe new warmth into them. There is a door I have begun to open for you, but you must learn to recognize that door by faith, not only by sight. You often think that if something comes from me, it must appear immediately, must become so obvious that you no longer doubt, and must cause every circumstance to change in a moment. But my child, many times I begin with a deep shift within you. I change the way you think. I calm the fear that once controlled your decisions. I bring a stirring that makes you want to rise, to let go, to believe one more time. I place within your heart a strange peace while your circumstances have not yet fully changed. That too is a miracle. Do not despise small beginnings, because great things in my hand often begin as a quiet seed. What grieves me is not that you were once weak, but that you keep allowing old fear to speak louder than my truth. You have allowed past disappointments to become the measure of what I can do today. You have allowed doors that once closed to make you hesitant before a new door. You have allowed doubtful whispers to tell you that you are unworthy, that what is good will not come, that it is better not to hope too much, so you will not be hurt again. But I say to you, fear is not your guide. The past is not the master of your future. The times when you did not receive what you hoped for have no right to declare that I will never move. I am still the one who opens a way where you thought there was only a wall. Your great mistake right now is waiting for proof while I am inviting you to believe the promise. You want to see every detail arranged before you dare to step. You want to know the final outcome before you open your heart. You want certainty in your own way before you lay your burden down. But faith is not walking only when everything is completely clear. Faith is taking my hand when you can see only enough light for the next step. I am not asking you to understand my entire process. I am only inviting you not to turn your back on what I am awakening within you. If I have sown a promise, I also know how to lead that promise to the day it bears fruit. If I have opened a path, I also know how to keep you through every part of the road. Stay awake. Beloved child, do not let distraction make you miss the rhythm of grace. There are blessings drawing near that require a heart able to recognize them. There are opportunities placed before you that require a spirit able to discern. There are meetings, reminders, and small arrangements that, if you keep living in anxiety, you will not see as bearing my mark. Look again at your day with new eyes. Perhaps a word you just heard, a person you just met, a good thought that just arose, or a small door that has just opened is part of the chain of things I am doing. Do not only wait for the miracle to arrive like thunder, learn to recognize it in peace, in clarity, and in courage, being renewed little by little. I called your name in love before you fully understood your worth. I did not choose you because you have never been confused, nor do I love you because you are always strong. I love you even on the days you tremble, in the seasons when you are slow to believe, in the moments when you are so tired that you no longer know what to ask for in prayer. But my love does not merely hold you so you can remain forever in fear. My love lifts you up, realigns your vision, and teaches you to step into the new with humility. You cannot keep carrying the mind of the old season into the new door. You cannot continue saying you believe while letting every decision be controlled by doubt. I am inviting you to live more consistently with what you have been praying for. So lay down hesitation. Stop saying that you need one more sign before you dare to believe. Many times, the very word touching you now is the confirmation you once prayed for in secret. Many times, what you call coincidence is a very gentle reminder from me. Many times, the stirring inside you is not a passing emotion, but a call bringing you back to watchfulness. Open your heart, but also walk in wisdom. What I do will not pull you into chaos, will not require you to trade your peace, and will not make you move away from purity. What comes from me will carry light, even if it begins as a test of your faith. If today you sense that something is shifting, respond to me with a quiet amen within your heart, as an agreement that you no longer want doubt to steal this moment. Let that word become an opening for faith, gratitude, and readiness to follow me, even though you cannot yet see the whole road. I do not need you to be perfect in order to enter the new season. I only need you not to stubbornly remain in old fear. I only need you to believe that I have heard, I have seen, I am working. And what I have begun in you will not be left unfinished as you continue to remain under my guidance. Beloved child, the miracle has begun not to make you panic, but to make you awake. My movement does not come to confuse you, but to bring you closer to peace. The door I open does not require you to break it down in order to enter, but you must have enough faith not to turn away when it begins to open. Lift your eyes above the things that frighten you. Stop measuring the future by old wounds. Let your heart be renewed in hope. I am setting winds of change in your direction, arranging things you have not yet seen, preparing steps that you will later look back on and understand that my hand had been quietly guiding you for a long time. Do not pass over this call. Beloved child, remain in my presence. Trust, stay awake, and step into what I am doing with an open heart. because your new season has begun with a gentle touch of grace in this very moment. Remain with this word, if there is even the faintest whisper within your heart, confirming that I am speaking to you right now. Beloved child, do not doubt me simply because your eyes have not yet seen the full movement. I have seen the tears you wiped away quickly when no one was beside you. I have heard the questions you hid in your heart, the times you wondered when the season of your life would change, when that closed door would open, when the things you prayed for would stop being a distant longing. I heard you in the nights when you tried to be strong while your heart was quietly weary. I saw you stand before opportunities that seemed near and then drifted away. I saw you try to believe one more time, even while there were wounds inside you that had not yet healed. And I say to you today, my silence has never been forgetfulness. The delay you feel has never been proof that I have turned my face away from you. There are things I do behind the curtain that you cannot yet understand in the present. There are arrangements that must be completed before you step in. There are roads that must be cleared, hearts that must be turned, wrong doors that must be closed, and places within you that must be strengthened, so that when the blessing comes, you will not be overwhelmed by the very thing you prayed for. You often want to feel first and then believe, to see a clear sign before you move, to be certain that everything has changed before you dare to breathe freely. But I am teaching you a higher rhythm. You believe first, and then you will begin to feel. You step first, and then the road will appear beneath your feet. You obey first, and then clarity will open wider before your eyes. That is how faith grows, not in controlling every detail, but in placing your hand in mine when you still cannot see all of tomorrow. I am not calling you to stand forever at the threshold of waiting. I am calling you to move in trust. There are seasons when you must wait, but there are also moments when you must rise. There are stages when I tell you to be still so you can be trained. But there are also times when I breathe into you a holy stirring to move forward. Do not confuse old delay with today's obedience. Do not call fear caution if your heart knows I have placed a clear call within you. I have released a shift in your life. But you must not reject the beginning simply because it does not yet look like the ending you imagined. A seed, when first planted, does not look like a flowering tree. Down, when it first appears, does not look like the brightness of noon. Water, when it first springs forth, may seem very small, but it is still a sign that a new way has begun to open. The delay you once felt was not rejection, but preparation. I prepared you in seasons when you thought you had been set aside. I trained your heart when you had to learn to trust without applause, to love without receiving the response you desired, to stand firm when everything around you seemed to shake. I protected your inner life from things you once thought you needed, but that could have caused you to lose direction. I allowed certain doors to close not to disappoint you, but to keep you from journeys that did not carry my peace. I allowed you to pass through silences not to make you smaller, but to make your roots grow deeper into the truth, so that when the winds changed direction, you would still stand firm. What is coming into your life is not small. I am not merely sending you a passing relief so that your heart may be calm for a few days. I am reshaping deeper things, the way you see yourself, the way you receive love, the way you steward blessing, the way you walk in purpose, the way you stand among those who have never understood your journey. Healing is moving toward you. Healing for the places you once thought would always hurt. Restoration is being arranged, not only to return what you thought was lost, but to make you more mature, clearer, and more open-hearted after seasons of endurance. There are things I will do not only so you may be comforted, but so that others will look and recognize that my hand lifted you from the place where no one thought you could rise. But you must be careful with discouragement. What opposes your peace does not always come through a major event. Many times it comes as a passing emotion, a weary thought, a comparison, an old memory, a whisper saying that nothing has changed. If you allow temporary emotions to silence lasting truth, you may easily leave your position right before the door opens. Your emotions may shift, but my word for you does not shift. Circumstances may not yet look like the promise, but that does not mean the promise has died. You may not yet feel the shift in every detail, but what I have begun does not need the confirmation of your emotions in order to be real. Faith does not deny emotion, but faith does not let emotions sit on the throne. So I need you to hear this clearly. I am not late. I am not far away. I am not hindered by time, by people, by closed doors, or by the words others once spoke about you. I am here. I have always been here. My hand is moving for you in ways your natural eyes cannot yet measure. The atmosphere around your name is changing. Places that were once silent about you will begin to speak of you in a new way. People who once did not understand your journey will see results that only I could create. They did not understand your quiet seasons. Some thought that silence meant failure, weakness, or that nothing was happening, but they did not know that in that silence, I was teaching you strategy. I was building you from deep within. I was repairing the foundation, strengthening faith, and teaching you to distinguish between true opportunity and false attraction. I do not want you to collapse beneath the weight of the blessing I give. Therefore, I used hidden seasons to make you steadier. I taught you humility so that you would not become proud when lifted. I taught you patience so that you would not ruin what was growing by being too impatient. I taught you discernment so that you would not open your heart to every voice when a new door appears. I taught you to depend on me so that when the blessing comes, you will not love the gift more than the giver. What others called delay, I called preparation. What you once called silence, I called the place where I whispered strategy deep within you. Do not reject the beginning because it is small. Do not despise the first change because it does not yet look like the final completion. Perhaps today you only feel a little peace returning. Perhaps you only realize that an old thought no longer controls you as it once did. Perhaps you only notice that your heart is softer, your breathing lighter, your steps carrying a little more courage. Do not take that lightly. That is the first sprout of the shift. I often begin with small things to see whether you will cherish them. When you know how to guard the seed, I will cause it to grow. When you know how to give thanks for the small thing, I will teach you to steward the greater thing. When you know how to walk in the thin light of dawn, you will be led into a brighter day. Beloved child, I am not the one who begins and then abandons. I do not bring you close to the threshold only to turn away. I do not call you through many seasons of testing, only to let you get lost at the end. What I have begun in your life, I know how to complete. What I have released, I know how to multiply. What I have promised, I know how to protect from unworthy hands and unripe timing. Your part is to believe, to move, to keep your heart from discouragement, and to not let old delay cause you to doubt the new movement. Rise in faith. Take the next step in peace. Let your heart say to me that you believe before you see, that you step before you understand everything, and that you recognize the change has begun, not because everything outside has instantly become different, but because I have spoken over your life, and my word never returns empty. What I have begun in you, I will not leave unfinished halfway. Beloved child, let this word sink deep into your heart, like cool water flowing through a place that had become dry from waiting. You are not standing outside my work, you are in the middle of that very work. There are things I began in your life long before you realized it. There are movements I placed into your family in seasons when you thought there was only silence. There are old cords that have begun to crack even though your eyes have not yet seen them fully broken. Therefore, do not be discouraged when the process has not yet been fully revealed. Do not think slowness is proof of failure. I am doing something deeper than what you asked, wider than what you imagined, and more lasting than the temporary results you once wanted to see immediately. The chains that have held your family back for generations, I have begun to break them. The fears passed down like a sorrowful inheritance. The ways of thinking that make people bow their heads. The cycles that cause one person after another to live in lack. Wounds, silence, doubt, and self-limitation, I have touched them with my power. You may have grown up in patterns you thought were normal, but I am opening your eyes to recognize that what is familiar is not always what is right. I am teaching you to discern between what was handed down and what I want to establish. I am placing within you a new courage, not to keep carrying burdens that do not belong to you. You are not called to repeat the old forever. You are called to become a turning point, where a new flow begins in love and truth. The patterns that have repeated for years, I am reversing them little by little. There are things that once ruled your thoughts that are now beginning to lose their voice. There are fears that once made you hesitate that no longer hold you as tightly as before. There are old habits that once pulled you toward disappointment that are now beginning to be weakened by my light. But my child, in this transformation, you also have a part. I am not asking you to break everything by your own strength, but I am calling you to stay awake. Guard your heart. Recognize when the old thing tries to return in a new form. Keep trusting when you cannot yet see the whole picture. Keep walking even when you can only see part of the road before you. I do not need you to understand everything. I only need you to trust the one who sees all, knows all, and is leading you with love that never goes astray. There will be days when you want to ask why everything is not moving faster. There will be moments when you look at your circumstances and feel as though nothing has changed. But beloved child, do not measure my work only by what appears on the surface. Roots grow downward before the trunk rises upward. Foundations are laid before the house appears. Deep deliverance often begins in silence before it manifests in great movement. I am working in the way you think, in the way you respond, in the way you pray, in the way you refuse the things that once weakened you, in the way you begin to believe that your life is not defined by the past. That is the sign of renewal. That is proof that I am continuing what I began. Today is not just another ordinary day. And this word has not come to you as a meaningless sound amid a busy life. This is a manifestation of divine timing, a gentle yet clear call, drawing you to a higher level in awareness, faith, and obedience. You prayed for a sign. You asked for clarity. Many times, you told me you needed to know that you had not been forgotten, that your prayers had not dissolved into emptiness, that your tears had not been erased by time. And today, I place this word before you as confirmation. I am still here. I am still writing your story. I am still keeping what I promised. Even though you have not yet seen it fully formed, I arranged this moment. I stirred your heart so that you would stop, listen, and recognize that something within you is being awakened. You did not come across this word by accident. You were not reminded by chance at the very moment your heart needed to be lifted. I know how to reach you at the right time, with the right word, and with the exact gentleness you can receive. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are not a stranger standing outside my care. You are known by me, called by name, and protected through seasons when you thought no one understood. There are battles you survived not because you were strong in the way you thought, but because my hand held you when your strength was running out. Do not let the pain of the past convince you that you are unqualified to enter the new. The past may have left marks, but it has no right to sit on the throne and govern your future. The times you were disappointed cannot erase my calling. The times you were wounded cannot remove the value I placed in you. The seasons when you lost your way cannot make me forget the road that leads you back. Do not use old wounds as the measure of my ability. Do not let what others said, did, or left behind in your life become louder than my voice. I do not call you by the name of failure. I call you by the name of love, purpose, restoration, and hope. Do not let the voices around you drown out the voice I am placing within you. There will be people who do not understand your journey. There will be people who look at your waiting and assume I am not acting. There will be people who judge you by what they see outwardly without knowing what I am building inwardly. But you do not need everyone to understand in order for you to believe. There are promises I have set apart for you, not for others to approve, not for the crowd to confirm, but for you to enter through obedience. I have marked your life with purpose, and that purpose is not cancelled by the doubts of others. What I am about to do may be beyond many people's understanding, and that is all right. It does not need to be explained to everyone before it is revealed in your life. When I open a door for you, you will know it is me, because that door will not require you to lose peace in order to enter. It will open in a way marked by wisdom, not by striving. It will not force you to manipulate, plead in desperation, or lower your dignity. The right connections will come without you having to force them. The people who need to recognize what I placed in you will recognize it at the right time. The places that were once closed will not be able to keep you outside if I have spoken open, and healing will begin even in the places where you stopped hoping. The places you laid down because you thought perhaps you had to live with that pain forever. Beloved child, I am continuing to write your story with a patient hand. This chapter is not being written with abandonment, but with restoration. It is not being written with failure, but with guidance. It is not being written by what others think about you, but by what I have known about you from the beginning. Keep watch. Walk in faith. Let my truth become greater than old memories, my peace greater than the outside noise, and my purpose greater than every fear within you. What I have begun, I will continue. What I am breaking, I will break to the root. What I am restoring, I will make steady. And when you look back, you will realize that even the days that seemed most ordinary were used by me to bring you closer to what had been prepared for you in unfailing love. Yes, you have made mistakes before. Yes, you have stumbled. But my mercy is greater than every confusion you have ever passed through. Beloved child, I do not look at you with eyes of condemnation, nor do I measure your worth by the seasons when you were weakest. I saw the decisions you regretted, the words you wish you had never spoken, the roads you knew you should not have entered. But even there, I did not leave you. My grace is not so fragile that it can be shattered by your mistakes. My love does not change simply because you had days when you did not live according to the best that was within you. I do not bless you because you have been perfect. I bless you because you belong to me. Because my love for you did not begin with your achievements and does not end with your failures. I protect you not because you have never lost your way, but because I still call you my child. There were times when you thought you had ruined everything, that the opportunity had passed, that the door had closed because you were not good enough. But my child, I am the one who can reopen what seemed shut, rebuild what seemed broken, and turn a wrong step into a lesson that leads you back to a brighter road. Therefore, do not keep standing still in shame. Do not turn the past into a chain around your feet when I have already extended my hand to lead you out of that place. True repentance does not keep you forever in darkness. It brings you back to the light. True humility does not make you despise yourself. It helps you lean more deeply on me. You do not need to deny what happened, but neither are you allowed to let it write the final chapter of your life. I am still writing, and what I write does not end in failure, but in restoration. Now, beloved child, it is time to move forward. It is time to stop waiting for everything to become perfect before you believe. If you keep waiting until there is no fear, no question, and no wound, you will miss the steps of grace opening before you today. I do not need you to walk with every answer in your hands. I only invite you to walk with faith that my timing is complete. There are miracles that do not begin with a loud sound, but begin in the moment you decide not to remain still anymore. Lift your head, my child. The new thing has begun in the quietness of grace. And do not waste it by remaining in fear. Take one small but sincere step. Choose trust instead of self-condemnation, hope instead of delay, obedience instead of waiting for a perfect feeling. I am going before you, walking with you, and lifting you from within. Your past has been placed in my hands. Your future is opening beneath my light. Now move forward, because you do not walk alone.